Trees on the dais and off the dais. Sabha Saraswatyai Namaha. I am grateful to the organizers of this important event for giving me this opportunity to share a few thoughts out of my little learning. At the outset, the advancements in cyber technology have made global society increasingly dependent on the cyberspace and internet. In the way we live, in the way we work, in the way we grow, govern and secure our nation even with digital tools, networks and systems like advanced computing and data analytics, Internet of Things, Industrial Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, machine learning, cybersecurity, etc., to process, store, and transmit digital information and to protect the information. India's remarkable digital transmissions through Aadhaar, UPI, DigiLocker, CoWIN, ONDC, and several citizen-centric platforms have empowered millions and accelerated social, spiritual, and economic growth. The collection and analysis of huge amounts of data raise significant cybersecurity concerns. Implementing effective cybersecurity measures is a multifaceted approach that requires attention and commitment to best practices. Understanding emerging trends and preparing for them is essential for maintaining the cybersecurity significance in our digital world. Protecting personal information and ensuring compliance with the data protection regulations such as General Data Protection Regulation GDPR is even more important. However, every digital achievement also expands the cyber threat landscape. Cybersecurity is therefore no longer an IT concern alone. It is a pillar of economic resilience, public trust, and national security. Cybersecurity breaches can also lead to operational disruptions. Regular security audits are therefore essential to identify potential vulnerabilities. These audits help in maintaining the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of data CIA tried by ensuring that security measures are up to date and effective. There must be an interdepartmental coordination in this regard. In the 21st century, cyber sovereignty has emerged as an indispensable component of national sovereignty, requiring every nation to protect not only its territorial boundaries, but also its digital infrastructure, strategic data assets, and critical information systems. Today, nations are not defined only by the strength of their boundaries, but also by the resilience of their digital infrastructure. The strength of tomorrow's digital economy will increasingly be measured not merely by technological innovation, but by its capacity to anticipate, withstand, recover from, and adapt to cyber disruptions. Ultimately, the objective of cybersecurity is not merely a technological protection, but the creation of enduring digital trust among citizens, institutions, and even the government. One thing is clear that the constitutional democracies across the world are gradually evolving the concept of digital constitutionalism, ensuring that technological advancement always remains subject to constitutional values, human dignity, accountability, and even the rule of law. In recent years, India's cybersecurity architecture has further evolved through greater emphasis on protection of critical information infrastructure, CIA, enhanced incident response mechanism, and closer coordination among the government agencies, industry, academia to address the emerging cyber threats and are affecting the national security and the essential public services, etc. This is precisely why organizations like National Cyber Security Research Council, NCSRC, play an important role by bringing together the policymakers, researchers, practitioners, industry leaders, and young innovators on a common platform, thereby transmitting cybersecurity from a technical discipline into a national movement driven by collaboration, research, innovation, and capacity building. India's national cybersecurity framework is coordinated through key agencies like CERT-In, India Computer Emergency Response Team, NCCRP, the National Cybercrime Responding Portal, for handling incidents and threats while protecting data privacy. The importance of cybersecurity lies in the fact that robust cybersecurity measures from the bedrock of a secure digital environment. As emerging technologies such as quantum computing reshape the digital ecosystem, strengthening the cyber resilience and preparing for quantum resistant, security must become a strategic priority. Cybersecurity and privacy are indispensable and inseparable practically. Strong cybersecurity practices reinforce privacy, while robust privacy protects cybersecurity. Such data storage, secure data storage, encryption, access controls, anonymization, and regular security audits are essential to safeguard sensitive information and maintain public confidence. Organizations must embrace security by design and privacy by design, embedding protection into digital systems from the outset instead of treating security as an afterthought. Equally important is cyber awareness, because even the strongest technologies safeguards can be undermined by human negligence. Artificial intelligence even transforming privacy by detecting threats, predicting attacks, and enabling faster response. At the same time, it can also be exploited by generic deepfakes, automate phishing, discover vulnerabilities, and launch attacks at machine speed. The challenge before us is not whether even will shape cybersecurity, but whether we can shape even responsibly. The future belongs to trustworthy even that is lawful, transparent, accountable, and humanistic centric. Modern cybersecurity must also adopt zero trust principles, where every user, device, and transmission and every transaction is continuously verified before access is granted. India has already taken significant steps through the Indian A1 mission, CERT-In, National Cybersecurity Coordination Center, the Digital Personal Data Protection Network, and other national initiatives. These demonstrate our commitment to building a secure, trusted, and resilient digital ecosystem. The Supreme Court's decision in Justice K.S. Puttaswamy versus Union of India by 9 judgments affirmed privacy as a fundamental right under Articles 14, 19, and 21 of the Constitution, while the Digital Personal Data Protection Act, DPDP Act, provides a strong legal framework for responsive data governance, accountability, and protection. The DPDP Act provides for offences and penalties, and if anyone fails to comply with the provisions is liable to a penalty as under up to 250 crores for failing to take responsible, reasonable security safeguards to prevent personal data breach, up to 200 crores for failing to notify the Data Protection Board and affects users of a data breach, and up to 200 crores for violating rules relating to processing children's personal data. However, one must keep in mind that technology alone cannot secure our future. Ethical leadership, informed citizens, responsible corporations, judicial oversight, public awareness, collaboration among government, industry, academia, researchers, and startups are even equally important. One IAS officer, Siva Sankara Rao, in his very recent article in Hindu Daily, has stated that intelligence is no longer a luxury software product. It is a foundational infrastructure. The global artificial intelligence race is currently operating under an extractive economic model, and India's immense democratic dividend serves as the world's digital quarry. India supplies an outsized share of the world's raw intelligence. Just as UPI attracts away the complexity of interbank transfers, a national API gateway would abstract away the complexity of even interference. Startups, government agencies and educational institutions could plug into the gateway to access a suite of open source models, transmission, vision, text generation for fractions of a penny. To kickstart the ecosystem, the government could offer a national freemium model. Verified Indian startups or students through Aadhaar-linked digital identity could get monthly free API tokens subsidized by the state. When startups scale and become profitable, they move to a commercial tier, paying significantly and slightly more for complete, which subsidizes the free tier. When intelligence becomes nearly free, sectors constrained by scarce human capital transform. A rural doctor aided by A1 trained on Indian data can treat more patients within few errors. India's 300 million students get 24/7 personalized A1 tutors in local dialects. A Telugu known language farmer can settle a crop insurance claim by voice in Telugu with A1 assessing land records, etc. Nobody foresaw that near free data would create the world's largest payments system, short video platforms and QR code vegetable vendors. Near free intelligence could be just as generative if the state primes it with token entitlements for students and teachers, citizen services in local languages, and affordable tools for 60 million small businessmen. India's leadership in the A1 economy is contingent on developing an open source ecosystem with open weights, no-kill switch models, with expand competition, choice, opportunities, and innovation. As we look forward India's Cyber Vision 2030, let us remember that cyber freedom is not merely the freedom to access the internet. Cyber security is in fact not a destination but a continuous process requiring vigilance, adaptability, and collective responsibility. India's digital future will be defined not only by technological advancement but by trust, constitutional values, responsible innovation, and digital citizenship. If we build secure systems, embrace ethical A1, and protect every citizen's cybersecurity, India will emerge not only as a digital powerhouse, but as one of the world's most trusted digital democracies. As per the Sanskrit says from Mahabharata Shanti Parva, Jnanena kurte yatnam yatnena prapyate mahat, to mean from knowledge and real understanding that clears away confusion comes the motivation to put an effort, and by that effort and dedicated practice only, one attains greatness by perfection in doing the things with innovation. That what Mr. Shivakher in his book You Can Win stated precisely of great people do not do great things but do everything in a great way to have a great result. The conference, I believe, will deliberate on the core issues of challenges and opportunities in the digital world from the enthusiastic, thought-provoking, and erudite participants in arriving a workable solution for the better digitally secured future of the nation. While leaving from this conference, let us all carry one thought with us. The future will not belong to the nations that simply become more digital. It will belong to the nations that become more trusted. Just as constitutional governance is sustained by the rule of law, the digital world must equally evolve upon the foundation of a digital rule of law, where innovation, privacy, accountability, and cybersecurity coexist in harmony. Ultimately, the success of India's digital future will depend not merely upon technological advancement alone, but upon our collective commitment to the rule of law, constitutional values with balance, and responsible digital citizenship. If we build these moral, ethical, and legal values that foster trust today through secure systems, ethical innovation, responsible artificial intelligence, and a culture of cybersecurity, we will not merely protect India's digital future, we will define it. as per the other Sanskrit ages, Vade Vade Jayate Tattva Bodhiteha, to mean like from churning curd of milk, we can get the cream. It is only through articulation of diverse opinions from an honest debate by all the active participants in today's panel discussions. Essence of all the discussion can emerge as an end result for a concrete decision-making process by strengthening the cybersecurity and privacy measures while overcoming the challenges and grabbing the opportunities in shaping India's better digital future. With the spirit and devotion of the cause, let us work together for cyber-secure India so that by 2030, India is known not only as a digital powerhouse, but as the world's most trusted digital democracy and to the extent possible as a cyber-crime-free society. As ordained by Rigveda Mandala 10, Sukta 191, let us pray the Supreme Nature and the Almighty for all our universal harmony, collective consciousness, and working together with unified hearts and minds for a progressive realization of a worthy goal as Om Sangachatvam Samvadatvam Samvo Manamsi Janatam, as ordained by Krishna Yajurveda Taittiriya Upanishad Mandala 2 Sukta 2. Let us pray the Supreme Nature and the Almighty for our national progress with peace, for the citizenry together with Samamanasyam, with harmony, for protection, getting energy, for shared nourishment, for our wisdom and brilliance, with dharmic and ethical path, and to achieve the dynamism as Om Sahana Vavatu, Sahano Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karvavahe, Tejasvina Vaditamastu, Mavidvitsavahe, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank